Welcome to the introduction to the spreadsheet. This is actually number 2. And I'll just quickly go through the spreadsheet. It will kind of change and be updated as time goes along. But this spreadsheet is a result of a lot of years of work. And this is the first time I've really looked at the introduction page. I've got an old email address here that's been gone for a long time. But the stop sign is still valid because if you look at the sheet, we have fertilizer input, a summary, and we have some analysis information that helps you. And then you have your 6 soils. Each spreadsheet, you can look at 6 different soils. And then we have these tabs down here where you have soil, sat paste, water, levels, and soil math. So let's just kind of go through it briefly. Here in the soil page, we already touched on that, is where you paste in your numbers. Now, if you want to and you're taking data from another soil test, you can go right here and you can just type in the numbers. This is set up to copy and paste from an AV template, but that doesn't keep you from typing in the numbers right here from any soil test lab. Now this particular template is for soil and saturated paste. And so if you go over here, you'll see where we put in the saturated paste analysis. Now, saturated paste, as you probably know, is just a water test. So it's identical to the third piece of information we look at here called water. And so this is where you paste in your wells. And again, there's a lot of information in here, but we'll kind of just, this is an introduction. We'll kind of break it down into littler pieces. Here's a levels page. And if you'll notice, it'll always link back to the various pages. Now, you can input data here. And remember, as long as you save your soil test template under a different name, you can rip this thing apart and delete things and type over formulas and do whatever you want. But you know, the idea is you can put in other data. Now saturated paste is, you know, in this area, so you could even put it in from here, although I recommend doing it here or here. And water's the same thing. So now you have all of your information in, and what I always do is check, are the graphs looking good, you know, are they all there, all the numbers there, you know, looking for bare cells. Just a quick look over to see what it's at. Looks good, and we'll go more into detail on those things later. Now, just to introduce the spreadsheet, you're not going to see a lot of this, maybe later movies, but I always take a quick look here at fertilizer summary. So this shows you the target input of all 6 of the fields that you have in. And then this shows the applied fertilizer. So if you're looking and working closer with a grower, you can use this fertilizer input tab. And, you know, again, we can go into it in more detail, but basically, there's 2 columns here that you can make a custom dry blend or even a liquid blend, but these are dries. And then in these columns, you can just type in the blend. So let's say if the grower is water running 10 gallons of CN9, we would put 9% nitrogen and 11% calcium. And it weighs, what, about 12 pounds a gallon, so you got 120 pounds an acre. And so if we'll go back now to our fertilizer summary, we'll see we got 11 units of nitrogen on here and 13 units of calcium. And you know what I do is It's nice to put in the fertilizer because you can just do a quick comparison of what the grower is really doing and how it, his program balances out to what the soil test is really calling for. This is something that we're analyzing: soil solution, water, cation exchange. Again, we get so much data, looking at soil and the saturated paste, and so I'm trying to work out ways that we can condense 6 soils into a couple of tables to look at certain points. But again, that'll be more down the road. Really now the next step is we're going to kind of look at what does this soil test really mean. Thank you.